Hi guys, my name is Kathleen Warshke and this is my career profile. The career that I chose was a recreational specialist. These people generally deal with youth that have ADHD, autism, anywhere on the spectrum of autism, youth that have eating disorders, patients that have Alzheimer's or dementia. Um, these these specialists are generally found in facilities like nursing homes, retirement centers, um, and clinics for eating disorders. You can find them in prisons and hospitals. Um, Recreational specialists don't just deal with like physical or emotional, they kind of are all encompassing. They deal with physical, emotional, spiritual, social, and intellectual. So they kind of encompass the whole part of a human. Their work environment is generally full-time, like I said, in a facility of some sort. It kind of depends on your facility. There are facilities that only have like a weekend. They need someone on the weekend or a part-time. But generally, from what I've seen, it's pretty much full-time. Typical stressors that you have with this job is you have to be flexible, and that can be kind of frustrating, especially when it's last minute, which is what makes it stressful because it usually is last minute. If a patient doesn't show up for it, you have to change seating arrangements, you have to, change if there's tickets involved, things like that. When you're on an outing, specifically if you're out, you have to kind of watch out for your clients. Make sure that there is nothing harmful or hazardous, especially like dementia patients or girls who have eating disorders are very sensitive, and you have to be very careful and be on your guard, very watchful over them. Sometimes you do have to watch things that you say to them. Particularly girls with eating disorders are not in a good place, and so they have to watch and make sure that they don't say anything that could kind of push the client over the edge. The typical benefits for this job is mainly health. Again, it depends on your facility, and you could get retirement, but mainly the ones I saw were for health benefits. Common job tasks are obviously planning and preparing and executing your outing, whether or your craft or whatever you plan on doing for your therapy that day. You have to be able to plan and prepare it. You have to be able to expedite the activity or the outing. You need to be a leader and lead your coworkers and any assistants or anyone who's there. You're in charge. You have to turn in progress notes for each of your clients, and then you need to turn in weekly and monthly program reports. Educational requirements include a high school diploma with like 2 years experience that most places will accept, but they would really prefer an associate's degree or higher. The starting salary range is $22,000 to $45,000, and $45,000 being for the experience. Miscellaneous career information. You do have to have a state license, and to do that, most states require that you can take continuing education credits. So you have to kind of keep up on that. The tricky part, and one reason why you only make $45,000 in the experienced range, is because most recreational therapists are kind of replaced right now with occupational therapy. And occupational therapy, even though it's different, it's had more research done, and so more insurances cover that, and they don't cover recreational therapy. So what the big push right now for most universities is trying to get recreational therapists go to grad school so that more research can be done, and so that it can be reputable, essentially, is why insurances don't pay for it. Because there's not a huge area and a huge demand for recreational therapists because of occupational therapy, and because they're hard to hire and you have to pay for it out of pocket, it's kind of hard to find recreational therapists. And so if you really want to be a recreational therapist or specialist, you have to move to where the job is. So that's kind of a downfall to that. Anyway, this was my career profile for recreational specialist, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks so much.